The Innkeeper's Christmas Eve. Written and read by Barbara B. Rollins, Sandy Lewis Carter, illustrator. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all up and down there were bone-weary travelers in Bethlehem town. The stern edict had gone out from Caesar himself. Each man should return now to pay from his wealth. To their ancestors' hometown they each must now go to pay taxes and tribute, all men high and low. The descendants of David were gathering here in the village of Bethlehem. Rooms were quite dear. It was late in the evening by light of the moon when a man known as Joseph asked me for a room. "I'm so sorry," I told him. "My inn is so crammed between the mats and the bedding you can't lay a lamb." Then he mentioned his wife, said the room was for her, and he asked me to help him. "I beg of you, sir." I told him I'd let all the rooms, even mine. Then abruptly I started. The barn would do fine. You'd have thought I had offered a fine regal house. He fashioned a place for her bed near the cows, then let her to lie in the haphazard bed and bundled his cloak to place under her head. I walked down the path to my own crowded dwelling, but paused when I fancied a melody swelling. Not so, I decided, and quickened my step. It's that glow on their faces I cannot forget. While I stood in the doorway to gather my thoughts and go into the inn filled with people and cots, something flashed in the sky, then grew bright till it shone. There, a brilliant new star lit the animals' home. Right there in the doorway, my soul filled with peace, and I felt such a wonderful rush of relief. I turned toward the hill and the manger aglow. Such a radiance filled the whole valley below, where a small band of shepherds stood huddled in fear as they stared toward the sky and the being up there. Now, I never had seen here on earth or up high any angels, but there was one up in the sky. The glory of God filled the sky with bright light, and it seemed as I looked to be day and not night. Then he said to the shepherds, who quaked with their fear, "Don't be scared. I have great news that you'll want to hear, for not only to you but to all of the earth I bring news of great joy in the form of a birth. For the Christ child you wait for is born here tonight, and he lies in that barn with stars shining bright. There his mother has wrapped him in pieces of cloth, and she's laid him to sleep in a cow's eating trough." In a flash appeared hundreds of angels with him, and the heavens were filled with the strains of a hymn. Now to God be the glory, on earth be my peace, and may feelings of malice throughout the world cease. Just as quick as they'd come, all those angels were gone, and the shepherds stood wondering till one said, "Come on, let's go see what the angels have told us about. Come along, time's a-wasting." And he started out. All the others soon followed to where the stars shone, after leaving the sheep in the valley alone. They all came to my manger and stooped to go in to the once humble place and the glory within. There Joseph was standing by Mary, his wife, who was stroking the child that first night of his life. And the song of the angels again softly rang as we knelt to the King, he whose birth they proclaimed. Then I heard the dear mother in a voice, oh so slight, "A glad Christmas to all on this most holy night."